What is up? What is up? It's the Maniac here. Gotta get my mic adjustment here. So I've been having all kinds of technical problems this morning. Everything worked super good last night for... got a little delay. Forgot to turn my mics down on the other things. But wanted to do a Deuce Dynasty 360 show. Computers are trying to cap out, and I got nothing open besides this, so yay. Anyway, so I want to do 360 show though. Start talking about just different things, what we're going to be doing. Yeah, it's I can hear it. Like I said, this is the only program I got open, so we'll see what happens. But see if I can get... I want to talk a little bit about the rule books. I know guys are ready to go, ready to get started. We're kind of waiting for... Yeah, it's having lots of problems. I don't know. I've got to see if I can get this done, so I can... what's up? What's up, Cincy? So, rule books, they've been revamped a little bit. There's things that are going to be technically being done as we go. In fact, I've got the game pulled up right now. I'm fixing to start trying to test off-season stuff. What's up, Nice Auger? Yeah, I don't understand. Like last night, I had Discord pulled up. I had all kinds of things pulled up, and it never messed up. And today, it's just going nuts. Like, I don't understand it. But anyway, it is what it is. So, rulebooks, teams. I've already got the conference alignment set up as we speak. It sounds bad in my my headset, so I don't know if that's what you guys are hearing. You probably can't even hear what I'm talking because I can't understand what I'm talking about. All right, cool. Yeah, so basically I'm going to run through the off season. From my understanding that they progressed a little bit with it and made it a little bit easier, quicker for... Yeah, I don't... I'm gonna try to close it out. Discord too, if that helps. I may lose sound completely, but I just closed out Wavelink also, so it was open and I closed it out. It seemed like that's what's bogging the computer now, the Wavelink thing. Well, maybe they'll at least let me get through this thing. Rulebook discussion. I need to pull that up so I can look at it. Okay. Maybe it doesn't have to be open to be used. If that's the case, that's okay. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. the conference and everything on there as well. It's taking forever for it to load. So, all right, so part of the rules, the off-season schedule that you'll see if you pull it up from the Discord, it's highlighted in yellow. It's because I don't know exactly. I've yet to get in and actually go through an off-season, so but I have heard that it is reduced in some of the stuff that you have to do throughout that portion of the off season. So like last game, it took us nearly 10 days or so to get through all the off season, which was just kind of crazy. But so hopefully that's going to be reduced. One thing that's going to be new is each team recruiting 5 stars. Each team that's 3.5 stars and below can target 4 now, and each team that is 4 stars and above can only target 3. This will help. This will help those smaller teams to get maybe in a position to compete with some of the larger schools. So that way, maybe we can see the league be a little bit more even across the board for those that are trying to rebuild teams, rather than those of us like myself, have Texas and have a 4.5, 5-star program to start off with. So, still want to do these kind of shows. So I also want to do some games of the week, which might be in our case like every 2 weeks or so, but call kind of like a highlighted game. Still have the stat padding rule in place, team swapping, so allowing teams to build kind of with what I was talking about, the lower teams having a better opportunity to get 5 stars. I'm also going to cut down on, because last game we had guys hopping back and forth all over the place. We just didn't have any continuity, so we're going to try to redo that. And so we'll fill teams with waiting lists. We already had one guy, like I said today. He was the Texas A&M Aggies, and he already dropped out. Said he could. He found another dynasty that he could be his Georgia Bulldogs, so he was going to leave, and he left the server and everything. So is what it is. But anyway, I'm not going to allow guys to switch unless after the 3rd season is completed. And then in special situations, I'll leave it to myself. Whereas in, say, someone leaves a team and it's the guy's favorite team and there's not a demand for it from anybody else, then I'll talk with the board and we'll make a decision, or I'll make a decision to award that team to a fan. But definitely want guys to start sticking it out. If you're going to take that team, be with that team, stick it out, try to build them up. but I will give you an option to move out of that team and after season 3. But this just keeps guys from hopping around. Point out, big hurt. Probably switched teams like 7 times last game. So gonna keep that from happening this year. The 50% rule, 50% rule. 50% rule is still in effect. 4th down rules, same. Disconnect, basically the same. Streaming, the same. Quarterback running percentage, 50% of the team carries the same. There is a known bug, and this is, I guess, what incorporates like some of this stuff with the rules. There is a known bug where you switch to player, like say from left tackle to right tackle. It capped all his abilities like really low and wouldn't allow him to grow. So now there's a deal where if you switch him from left tackle to right tackle and then back to left tackle, it gives him unlimited open ability to be built. So again, all kinds of little bugs we're gonna have to deal with. I'm hoping they will get a patch out by next week. If not, I've heard August, and I don't think we can do August. So we're gonna have to we'll have to start and have to have restrictions on certain things. Now, one thing I am curious about is this last patch that they sent out was actually able to go online dynasties, and those that had not started any dynasties, it's not going to be available for them until they actually have a full update of the game, which I think they may have afterwards, a couple days afterwards. But I found that obviously kind of curious that they had fixes for some of these things that we're talking about with the recruiting and stuff like that. So if they were able to do it then, they should be able to do it later. So that leads me to believe we'll go ahead and start this next week. Passing type, I still have it as revamped as the passing type. We may talk about that and see what guys are saying, but I think the revamped is probably the way to go. Minimum hit of runs and passes, we dropped it down to 10 instead of 12. This is just because of college football, I know, and it seems like it's pretty fast paced, but you should be able with no problem get 10 runs or 10 passes within a game. Since the game is we've talked about this in Press Pass Live. Yo, what's up, man? Glad you could join us on the 360 show here. We've talked about this. They've added so many different adjustment things. If you don't adjust, you're kind of behind the eight ball, because that's what they're building the game. And so, I know one thing we had last game was we limited like how many adjustments you could do within a play. Like you could only do 2, I think, on offense, 3 on defense. Now that you've got so many pass protection calls, if you don't call it because the some of the plays have the stunts and different things like that, and you risk possibly not being able to get the right pass protection play. I will say that the time to make a bunch of audibles and different things like that, it's impossible, because if we already get like tons of delay penalties, delay game penalties and stuff. So, but multiple adjustments will be allowed. The hot route thing for the receivers, I'm thinking about taking that out, but I've left it in there. You can only do one as of now, one hot route per play. But again, it's the 50% rule, so you can't do it over pass protection calls, route adjustments, flip play, all this stuff is available because, like I said again, like so many adjustments. If you don't do adjustments, you're not doing with what they got built. So, and you're gonna probably get behind the eight ball. So we'll see how that goes. Let the cheese flow. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try to contain the cheese, but can't be two of the same type of adjustments. You can't call a receiver on a slant, another receiver on a slant, all this and that and stuff. All this stuff is still there. Manual motioning players is not allowed. But you can do like a hot route slant, max protection pass, and then ID the mic. You know, so that's 3 adjustments. And if you can squeeze in 4, like maybe telling your right side of your offensive line to block all the way out to the right, go for it. But more than likely, you're probably going to delay a game penalty, and you're going to get 5 or 10 yard penalty, whatever it is. What you can't do is you can't hot route wide receiver 1 to a curl, then tight end to the flat. And then good luck getting those done while you're on the road, because you're going to get delay of game penalty as well. Because I've done multiple times trying to call a slant to a wide receiver like 5 times, and he never got the thing, and you get a penalty. So good luck with learning to live off of those. Audibles are allowed. No huddle. Going to keep that on every other possession unless losing by 21 or more. Don't abuse it. Quarterback runs, again, 50% switch on if you have a fumble or tip pass. On the offensive side, no QB sneaks. Dropping back with your quarterback more than 15 yards is going to get you in trouble. Backwards running, don't do it. All that stuff's still the same. Again, we're kind of opening up the defensive side too with the adjustments. They got so many adjustments, and that's another reason to open up on offense, because defense has got so many adjustments, and we don't really have any kind of like rules to wrangle those guys in either, so they can adjust depth and adjust, you know, different things, like the different things they got in there now. So anyway, so let's just try to open it up on both sides and have less things to police. Let's see. Still don't have, you can't do the run commit. You can always do quarterback spy, all that stuff like that. We're looking at bringing in incentives, since the ability to actually be able to make adjustments to players in the off season. So looking at bringing in incentives, just got to figure out what we can give realistically and what we can't. I know we want to encourage guys that are playing college football and only college football to support grown folks as well, if you would like to. And if you do, then try to have some kind of perk for you for supporting grown folks. So gonna have to figure out something with that once I get everything figured out with the game. I don't think we can give points to buy towards certain attributes or abilities or nothing like that. So it can't be no dev increase and nothing like that for players, but we'll see what we can do. So we're actively looking at that. All right, so what I have on the rules, you can look those up again. You can go down to the rules section. There's a link to the Google Doc. You can look that up and just take a good gander over that one. Conference realignment, I've tried to keep it very similar to what is in real life, but we had it up on the page, and it's just not liking it. So we have the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and the ACC. So currently, and now since City's left, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in the SEC. We'll have 8 teams in the Big 10. We got 6 teams in the Big 12 and 7 teams in the ACC. So I might add one to the Big 12. And so I got to figure out who that might be going over there. I'd actually thought about making the Big 12 and the ACC a large conference with 2 divisions, the Big 12 division, the ACC division. It may still do that, but as of right now, they're their own little thing. So open. I'm gonna take Sin City's name out of here. All right, so in the SEC, we got Randy, Georgia, Silent Poison, Ole Miss, Old Timer, Florida, myself, Texas, Nate, LSU, Kevin is going to be Alabama, James is going to be Oklahoma. The Big 10, we got Cincyburg as Ohio State, Shiloh Bad is Oregon, Nice Songer is Michigan, Penguins is Penn State, Meek Boy is going to be Maryland, Tim is going to be Michigan State, Toby, Indiana, and then Mo is USC. And then in the Big 12, we got Roger, West Virginia. Pepper is back, and he's going to be Arizona State. Toke is going to be Kansas. Smace is going to be Utah. Brink is going to be Texas Tech. And Shocks fan moving over to the Big 12 right now with Nebraska. In the ACC, we got Big Hurt. Clemson. Bird is going to be Notre Dame. Afro is going to be in the SMU. Joker, FSU. Zoe is going to be Miami. And Coffee is going to be North Carolina. And Trey, South Carolina. So we're moving Trey over from the SEC back to the ACC with South Carolina. So yeah, he gets to have battle out with North Carolina there. So that's what I have right now. Well, I mean, with Sensei leaving, we got 28 users now. Since we were so close, we only needed 3 to have a full-fledged 32 man. I was going to try to do that, but we're probably just going to set the 28 and leave it. I mean, I was happy just having a small league, but so I'm kind of catching up on your post here, because with my theme melting down, I'm trying to keep all the windows closed as much as possible. All right, so I was laughing at one of the comments from the vertical. He's talking about Denver Broncos. I'm like, Denver Broncos. I'm talking about college ball, bro. Okay, there's one other thing I need to kind of. So there's another thing going on with the game right now. Abilities and archetypes not developing right in the game. So this is my heads up to you. I'll have this available on the same Google Doc as the owners list, so I'll make that available to everybody. But quarterbacks, all archetypes are working. Halfbacks, all archetypes are working. Fullback, all. Wide receiver, gritty possession, cannot acquire outside shield due to no running back finesse, second level due to impact. So there's a bunch of things to go through. there, and I'm not going to do it because it's driving me crazy with this stream thing and the background is bogging down. But there's a whole list, and I would encourage you, once I make that available, to look at that. Hopefully they're going to fix it, but it's EA, so we'll work around it nonetheless. But those will be available for you to gather information from. Seemed like there was something else that was going. I don't remember. It's called old age, guys. I wrote some stuff down, and as I was talking between that, I was remembering like, oh, I need to tell him this, and I completely forgot. So, well, hopefully I can get all this stuff figured out with the stream, so it's not bogging down and causing issues for myself, as in for y'all too. But hopefully everything goes smooth as possible with the Dynasty kicking off. Like I said, right now I've advanced it to the National Championship week in the test league. So if you want to jump in, take a look at your team or whatever, you can. Just looking for a competitive cycle with fair, you know, everybody being fair, and there's always going to be problems arise, so we just do our best to be grown men about it and take care of it when it happens. But appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully you have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'm going to try to enjoy my